Some of the police-trained dogs you will see doing the job of protecting you and me from thieves, burglars, prowlers, and other felons who hide under the cover of darkness to rob and steal, break into homes and places of business. The majority of these dogs have been donated to the police department. The dogs must be physically and mentally capable of passing rigid tests before they can be accepted in the Canine Corps. It's a matter of life and death. This is Lieutenant Eddie Duckworth, in charge of the first training group. After about 9 weeks of training, here are some of the dogs going through their monthly retraining paces of jumping wire and picket fences and obeying various commands. Scaling 8-foot walls. Walking across telephone poles teaches them to walk along narrow ledges and coordinates their sense of balance. This dog is on a chase after being given an attack command. these chases, and once started, they don't want to come off. This is Sergeant Willard Given, in charge of the second training group. Dogs that have qualified range from 2 to 9 years old. When do they retire? And what happens to them? Retirement age is from 9 to 11 years. To part with the dog would be like giving away your own kid. The personality of each dog reflects the personality of his master. No dog is born mean, but every dog is born with the desire to be loved. And in exchange, the dog will give his own life to protect the life of his master. This is Deb. She may not work for the Police Canine Corps, but she certainly has plenty of volunteers. Yes, sir, just wait until they grow up. This is Duchess. She just can't wait until that handsome rascal from the Canine Corps comes around again. This is Schnapps. He's sad because he did not qualify for the canine. They say he's an alcoholic.
Everett 5, 1132. Canine car 32. Take the run with Everett 5.
Officer Mike Highball and his dog Rennie catch a prowler. Officer James Vornholt also nabs a prowler. During the break period, the officer knows that his dog expects his master to pet him with affection. This is his reward for being a good dog, and their partnership in catching criminals is never broken. Walter Vincent and his dog Fritz. Canine photographer Stan Rose asked Officer Vincent this question.
You say does he is sort of a double personality?
Definitely.
He knows he's good, and
he doesn't have to impress anyone because he knows exactly what he's doing. I can open this door.
Yeah.
Like if I see a guy over there,
Yeah.
I'll emit a certain smell or scent, and he'll start looking at that guy just the same as I am. On his way, all I have to do is open up that door, and he knows what I want.
Oh,
He's on his way. And this is a kind of the sixth sense that we've developed together over the years. Hardly ever do I give him any verbal command.
Officer James Vornholt gets a report of a double shooting nearby. One victim dead. The officer comes in to assist. The killer got away. Shortly thereafter, Officer Vornholt hears the dispatcher's report that the alleged murderer was seen running into a wrecking yard. Only a minute away from the destination, Officer Vornholt and his dog Smokey go to investigate. means a routine patrol isn't always routine.
Shoot! Don't!
Just a slight leg wound. Duke will be back to work in a week or two. In big parades, crowd control is a tough job for the police. Police dogs are utilized both as a psychological factor to discourage a mob bent on a display of rowdyism and violence, and to disperse the mob should trouble materialize. One officer and a dog can do the work of 5 officers in crowd control situations. This is Captain Richard Jones, Chief of the Narcotic Division. Captain Jones is invited to see a demonstration of a police dog finding hidden dope.
Hello, Captain Jones.
What do
How are
you
you?
say? How are you doing?
Just fine, sir.
So this is a famous dog, Thunder, that can find hidden dope.
Yes, sir. Thunder will find the marijuana that will hide, or someone in the office will hide on the command of dope. This took approximately 1.5 years of training. It's kind of detailed to get into it right now on how he was trained, but it started out as a game, just teasing him with a bag of marijuana, and then different hides. And up to this time, Thunder has never failed to find the marijuana wherever it has been hidden.
Well, that sounds great. We're going to try to use him more and more in this endeavor, searching these houses, Hurt.
Very good, sir.
Okay, Hurt, why don't you put the dog to work, take him out of the room, and we'll hide a bag of marijuana, and we'll see if we can find it.
Okay, sir.
Officer Raymond Hurt's wife is interviewed by K9 photographer Stan Morose. She was asked if the dog had bitten any of the children in the house or the neighbors' children.
No, he's been real good with both the kids. We had him before we got Mark, and he's been real good with both of them. He was a little jealous at first when we had Sherry, but he's really been good. He's pulled Mark. In fact, where we lived in town, he pulled Mark out of the sidewalk when he started going into the street when he was little, and he's never bit any of the neighbor kids. They've always been able to play with him.
Goss and his dog Duke III are going to catch the big one that got away.